Hello everybody, welcome back to my vlog, Life on Cam. I'm Christian Marshall, and today I'm going to be talking about a challenge that I did recently involving my digital media literacy class, where I had to go 24 hours without using my phone. It was a very interesting challenge. I feel like I learned a little bit about myself and how much I use my phone and depend on technology. So I'm going to give my thoughts on it a little bit, some things I learned and some reflections that I have on it. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to get into before I start explaining my experiences with the challenge is to describe what the actual parameters were that were given for the no phone challenge. So our teacher, Ms. Patton, basically said that we couldn't use any form of social media on our phones. We couldn't use it for entertainment, like YouTube videos or playing games. I don't think she said we couldn't even play video games or watch TV. She said it was like a total detox from media. She said we could only really text or call in case of like general emergency, so we couldn't even like text our friends like real quick. So those were the general parameters of the video. We basically just couldn't use our phones or other forms of media in case of a general emergency. Okay, so now that I've discussed the rules of the actual challenge, now I can talk about what the things I did well about challenges and the things that I struggled with. So for most of the day, I actually did pretty well with the challenge of not using my phone, not being distracted by other things, which I thought was gonna be really hard at first, but I kind of realized if I just put my phone to do not disturb, turn off all my notifications, it'd be a lot easier for me to not like instantly like be on my phone a whole lot because I wouldn't have a reason to go on it. And since I like to listen to music, I just put my music through my laptop rather than my phone. And then I just kind of sat down to study. So that was a way for me to burn a lot of time. But as time went on, because I didn't have any class today, I had a lot of free time. It got harder and harder to stay focused on some specific task. And I kept like instinctively grabbing my phone to scroll or be on like a social media, then remembering not to do it. So like I noticed that like as time went on, I was just kind of just used to being on my phone when I didn't want to do my schoolwork or I was bored. And that was like something that I struggled with. Then towards the end of the day, like it got worse and worse to the point where I was just like, I just went on my phone because I was just really, really bored with doing my schoolwork and studying the entire day because I never studied for 6 hours straight. So I would say that was the part of the struggle, just the length of time doing it. Like I was successful with being on my phone for large parts of the day, but like as time went on and on and on, like I was out of like my usual routine of me being on my phone occasionally to take a break or to scroll real quick while I didn't want to do an assignment or listening to music on my phone or texting my friends. Like I realized like that's just a part of like a habit that I have, and I struggled. So I guess I kind of failed the challenge, but in a way, I did better than I thought I would. I would say that I did better than I thought I would on the challenge. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to get to was really what I learned from the challenge. What I learned from the challenge and like my experience with it. So the main thing I would say I learned is that I use my phone a lot. Like I know like I go on my screen time on my app and see like, oh, you use your phone for 8 hours a day, but like not only like kind of understanding. It's like, oh, I watch a YouTube video, I scroll here, I scroll there, and that like adds up. But like I didn't realize just how much I just instinctively like grab for my phone to do really nothing on it. Like I just kind of do it just to pass the time. So that was definitely something I learned and like kind of got used to because like I do kind of want to learn how to use my phone less and like start doing other things outside of that. But like that was just an interesting thing I learned. Also learned that it's kind of hard for me to focus for long periods of time because I'm so used to having my phone as a distraction. So yeah, those are definitely two things I learned that I'm gonna try to work on based off this challenge. So thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next one.